We are now live. I can open it.
I'm gonna hit play on this Netflix, but it's been on there for forever. So.
Well, it should be fine. If it starts giving me trouble or whatever, I can open it.
Or don't holler, just throw something at them.
Says we're live.
Well, it should be fine. I'm lagging pretty bad. I gotta hold on. I gotta kill the volume here. The page isn't loading. Bear with me.
Hey, you're live.
Yeah, but the chat's not loading on my end though.
Says we're live.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, the chat just loaded. I don't know who's in here. Wait. All right, here we go. Hello, peoples. Uncle Al, Mickey. Who else? Sergeant Smith. Hey, who got the gold star? Sergeant Smith. KK. Al. And Swamp. Squatch. Now it's moving too fast. And I'm going to have to do the pop out thingamajigger. Hold on. I've never tried to host like this before. I don't know if my PC can handle it or not. We'll see.
No, I think my new laptop's in the mail Monday or Tuesday.
In theory, I can do that. There we go. Yeah, we'll see if this works. If it doesn't work, it don't work. Phone spots. That's Museum and Just Aid are in here now. How many of y'all knew that trick about the pry bars and the locks? Just out of curiosity. Anyway, y'all say hi to Dash Out. He's in here too. We're trying something different.
There's Diggers. Hey, Diggers.
Hey, Dick. I've known about that padlock thing forever. I actually used to carry tools in my tool bag to get into people's lockers at where I work. You know, if somebody refused to open the locker because it was, you know, if we thought they were doing something illegal, we had to get in it. It was a condition of employment. You had to agree to allow us into your locker.
I've always been real fortunate to work around a bunch of heavy power tools. So we've always have access to angle grinders and cutting torches. We've never had to resort to that, but I have seen the videos and step-by-steps how to do the wrench thing.
That's, if you have the right two bars, it's faster than a key. It's amazing how easy it is.
Oh, should I put on, I guess, put on this hat? What do you know about that hat?
Hey, David. All right, I got the pop-up chat. Hold on, let me move this. Missed it. I got a hat that somebody gave me. I just like the color. It's red, white, and blue. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Well, somebody in the SOS chat, they mentioned the EOD robotic pry bar. Do you see that?
No, I hadn't seen that.
I actually got online and ordered one, so hopefully in a couple of weeks we'll have us a video about it.
Those brass locks he was talking about, there's actually a indention on them. And if you only have one spreader bar, you can put some tension on it and take your a center punch and smack that indentation, and it'll straighten the tumblers and it'll pop open, and it'll relock when you're done.
Really?
Yeah, those aren't locks.
Silly question. With getting into stuff, would a Slim Jim be a good idea? I don't know, Diggers. That's a good question. Scavenging in and out of cars.
Depend. Are you Slim Jimming? That's for rescuing or breaking in. If you're scavenging, you better be rehearsed in it, because it's not as quick as they show on TV.
Hey, there's a staff sergeant. We made it in.
All right. We're trying to do something different. Got two guys that like to talk a lot in here at the same time. We're going to see how this works. I tried to learn how to do the Slim Jim thing. And, man, I'm faster with a clothes hanger than I am with Slim Jim. It's you have to figure it out. And the newer cars have that bar across the bottom of the glass, so it don't do you a whole lot of good.
Well, I did a video a while back. It was a SHTF EDC, the stuff you're going to everyday carry, during SHTF, and I was sure to pick a folding knife that had the glass breaker on the backside of it, just for potentially getting in and out of cars if need be. And
see, that's the thing. I mean, go to the wrecking yard, pay the money, and see if you are physically able to break glass out of a car. You can take that, if the temperature's right, you can beat on it with a brick all day long, and then you ain't breaking that window, not side window or nothing. You have to know how to do it fast, cheap, and easy. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just reading side chat. David said today's cars most have the security system tied into the side curtain airbag and can get set off, possibly injuring you. Oh, so yeah, you break the glass and then throwing glass back in your face as you break it.
That's the four-door car.
Pretty much they turned the car into a glass.
And nobody thinks about this. Everybody goes to the side and enters. The bigger the glass is, the more surface area, the easier it is to break. Does that make any sense? Like a smaller glass, the stronger it is. So nobody busts out the back windshield. Why is that? It's not the safety glass like the front windshield is.
Oh, that's a good thing to keep in mind, though.
Not that I've ever been a criminal in my entire life. I'm just saying that the back glass on a car will come out real quick. And
now I think about it, most of the time you see a video on the internet of a kid doing something stupid and breaking a glass on a windshield or breaking glass on a car. It's usually the rear glass that they screw up and break. Yep,
because it's that the back windshield is made out of the same thing as the side windows, and once it busts, it's out of there. It's designed to break into a bunch of little quarter-inch pieces, so it doesn't cut people to shreds. I mean, it makes sense the way they do it. Car glass is designed not to break into shards and slice you to pieces.
Uncle Al just wants to use a pickaxe.
You give it a shot, but you'd be better off with center punch and a leather glove on that. Like, see, this ink pen is your center punch or your tactical ink pen. Or, hold on. Again, thank you, Staff Sergeant. You take the little pointy thing You put it on the glass. Great. You make an X. Then you pop it in the middle of the X. The scratch doesn't even have to be that visible. You just, as long as the scratch is there, and then you pop it somewhere in the middle of that X, there goes the glass. That fast. That's what I'm saying. You got to practice it, though. Not something that just happens the first time, because you're not going to know how hard you need to press into the glass and such. But anyhow, who all's in here now? I can't even see.
We got 17 people watching right now.
Well, I had to turn the YouTube off. All I've got is the pop-up chat going.
Okay.
Because with I mean my stuff was lagging bad. The chat wasn't loading. I don't think it's so much to do with my internet as my super high dollar, top of the line PC. So,
Gotcha.
nothing but high quality equipment over
High quality H2O.
here. Yeah, high quality H2O. I love that movie. Yeah, I'm in here with y'all, and my grandkids are out there watching Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. I love that movie.
Well, get ready, because I just saw that they're remaking How the Grinch Stole Christmas again, so you'll be watching it in a few months.
Why do you do your Oh no, I'm missing something in the side chat. What we got going over here?
I think David and Dickers
sorry,
are trying
where
to
you
figure out who knows how to pick a lock best.
I didn't see Sergeant Smith Balin on us over there. I'm
Hey,
try to
Fort
put
Georgia prepping. Another Georgia boy. You like all the Georgia Bulldog stuff back here?
Yeah, right now I feel bad because I don't do y'all don't hate me or whatever, judge me too harshly. I don't do collegiate athletics.
That's the only sports I really keep up with is college football.
I've never really I used to get into the NFL some, but you know, when they started getting stupid with the money and you know, they didn't care what the guy was like, just whether or not he could play football, you know. I was done with him. That was a long time ago. And you know, I have moral issues with competitive sports. We don't need to get started on that one. But I don't do them. I used to be a really big NBA fan, though. I'm not gonna lie there. I was pathetic.
Yeah, I don't understand anything about NBA basketball, period.
You know, basketball was a full contact sport, pretty much full contact sport that you didn't wear pads in. I played a lot. That's probably why I have no knees.
You got the Run channel showing up now. Looks like staff started about to switch up on us. Either that or Mississippi done logged on to the other computer.
Hey, Sasquatch is in here. Hey, Bobby. Hey, is that you, Staff Sergeant, or is that Sippy on Rainbow Unicorn Militia?
Oh, try to survive. Another college football fan.
Yeah, Riverbend. That's true too. The sport started getting in the way of my fishing, and it had to go.
SBA.
Is it good looking? Oh man, the cicadas are out. My wife is going outside to watch the sunset.
Got my new knife and play it. My fidget spinner.
Oh, see, we're gonna start the knife popping open thing. Hey, is Maps moving or something? Is that why he's like not on here? Or is he actually down in his new place right now?
I don't know. I hadn't seen him around a little bit. I think the last video he posted. We was back and forth pretty regularly.
Yeah, I watched his little girl try to run over him with a mower, and that was it. The last one. That was probably the most clinching I've done in a long time, was watching that little girl drive that mower, and she kept picking her feet up and trying to put them up on the seat. I'm like, what are you doing? No, don't do that. You can't do that. That's how I can do that. Yeah.
Well, hey, Sippy Cup. She's got her own page up.
Oh, yeah. She's got her own deal. At Sippy's a wrench and Unicorn's not. That's fine. So what we want to talk about? Let's talk about something real. Anybody got from the panel over, not panel, what do you call it? Chat. Are there any questions that we might be able to answer? You got two of the smartest hillbillies in the country on the same live stream at the same time. If we don't know it, it's not known. So ask away.
He's got the west side of the Mississippi. I got the east side of Mississippi.
Yeah, we got this covered.
I did find this is the cheapest, crappiest knife ever. And I will tell you this right here. You don't want nothing to do with this knife. If you see one that does this, it actually folds in on itself. And every time I open it, I feel like I'm about to cut myself wide open. So, yeah. Don't ever get a knife like this.
What is that, a Gerber or what?
No, I don't even remember how I got it. I think it came in a kit. I just was ordering some stuff to test it out. So, I don't know. All right, Stiffy. I got to go.
I'm still playing with this one.
Sunday school this morning, too. Do what?
I'm still playing with this little guy. Oh, it's cool. Okay, Sasquatch asked, why are people poo heads? You go first, Dasher.
Why are people poo heads?
Why are people poo heads?
Because they put themselves in front of others. They put everything they want in front of the other people's needs. They basically just say that they're the best and everything they want is more important than anything else.
This patient trophy.
Yeah.
Mark Chase, it wasn't on a credit card. Sorry.
No, Mrs. West said because they grew up in the everybody gets a participation trophy era. Oh, Sippy leaving already?
Yeah, she got to go in the morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we do too.
Yeah. People are poo heads because, yeah, they think everybody thinks they're better than the person standing next to them.
That's really the truth of it. Squatch is that everybody's more worried about them than anybody else.
Yep.
Was there another question besides two?
I didn't see another question.
Spam or treat. David wants to know whether spam or treat. Okay, that's a debate for the ages. I don't even know about me personally. My side of Mississippi, we prefer spam. But if you pour, you don't turn down treat. Well, there you go. You even know what treat is? Dash out.
Just about to say, treat's a new one on me. I guess that might not be a South Georgia thing.
Spam is $3 a can, well, or more. And treat is $1.50 to $2 a can. It's spam that's diced smaller and got less salt in it. It's really kind of rough, actually.
Okay. I don't think I've had an opportunity to see him treat. I will tell you this though, I won't get the Great Value processed meat can when I'm out for spam. I have to get the spam.
Really, dude, I eat Great Value bacon spam all the time. I think it's the bomb.
Oh, really? It tastes okay?
Yeah, it shocked me, dude. I'm not gonna lie. When I was like, okay, yeah, okay, Great Value spam. Ooh, bacon flavor. I snatched it. I brought it home, cut it up, fried it up, and I was like, oh, wait, this is good. It doesn't fry the same. You gotta be careful and try to stick to the pan. That may just be because I can't cook, but it tastes like spam.
Huh. I might have to give some a shot then.
For that, saving $1.50 a can, it's worth a try anyway.
Yeah. Someone had a question up here. Okay, I have a question. What are y'all from Poor Georgia Prepping?
What was the question?
Bacon spam was awesome. I don't understand. I don't understand the question though. What are y'all? I'm a human, male, Georgian, American. Thoughts on DMSO on a back injury?
Poor Georgia Prepping. What am I? I'm not a coon ass, Mrs. Well, I'm me. If you'll expound on the question, we will answer it.
Swamp Sasquatch says he's a meat popsicle.
Meat popsicle, yeah. I'm a
Fifth Element.
I'm a spirit of light trapped in a sack of flesh waiting for my release. How's that?
Who's got the questions now?
Yeah.
Have you seen the individually wrapped spam?
Yeah, I saw a new way to get into people's pocketbook. Who would want just one slice of ham or spam? I mean, it's a cancer.
I run into, I'm the only one in the house that eats spam, so when I open a can, I pretty much got to be planning on eating some spam for breakfast and some spam for lunch and spam for supper to finish the can off in a day. So.
Okay. Spam. You take it out. You cut it, and here we go. Do you cut it into the little brick slices, or you cut it up into the big bread slices?
I usually get 6 credit card slices.
Yeah. And that's me too. And then you fry those up. And you eat what you want. See, I can fry them up today and have a spam and egg sandwich if I was allowed to have bread. And then tomorrow morning, I can get up and fry my egg and nuke my spam and have a spam and egg sandwich. I can I only have to fry the spam one day, and I can eat 3 days.
I got you.
Breakfast. And that's how about corned beef hash? Does anybody like that?
Love corned beef hash.
Poor Georgia Prepping. Sorry, it's in too early. I was wondering what your thoughts are on using DMSO on and back. What's DMSO?
BA brought up the thing. We can't forget Vienna sausages either in this conversation.
No, we cannot. Or, dude, we ran by a restaurant on the way home from Eureka Springs. On the billboard, BA, it said the best fried bologna burger in the world. And we didn't stop.
A fried bologna burger.
Fried bologna burger. Apparently, it's like
with bologna.
we didn't get to stop, but I mean, it's a fried bologna sandwich on a billboard for a restaurant, and we didn't stop.
I'm thinking about cooking a burger patty and then putting a piece of fried bologna on top of the burger patty.
That's what I was thinking. And then I wonder if you could get bacon on it with cheese and mayonnaise and lettuce and tomato.
Man, y'all gonna have me up in my kitchen cooking at midnight tonight. Now, Vienna sausages, we used to go camping and we would pop the cap and put them on a stick and we'd heat them up in the can. And one time we got that oily water in there so hot that it caught fire. Until it all burned up, and it was like fried, roasted Vienna sausages in the can, and that was the best Vienna sausages I've ever had in my entire life.
Okay. I'm looking to see if did DMS. Slow down, dadgummit. Anybody tell me what DMSO is?
I saw him post something. I think he said it was a solvent.
Now, Mark Chase said a solvent on a back injury.
Solvent on a back injury. Now, I don't know if this goes along with it, but I do know a bunch of old men, they will spray WD-40 on their knuckles to help with arthritis. Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know, but WD-40, I use, speaking into personal life, when I was working all the time, I put WD-40 on my knees. Yeah.
There it goes. It's a solvent that is shown to help muscle and tendon repair.
I am gonna have to look that up. I never thought of it.
Now I've been meaning to share this for a few weeks now, and I keep forgetting. But I have some friends of mine. They did a church mission trip to Haiti, and when they came back, one of them was telling me that they keep a big old bucket of old diesel fuel just sitting around, uncovered. And if anybody ever cuts themselves really bad, they rub the cut down with old diesel fuel until they can get to the doctor. It clogs it up so you don't bleed out.
Well, I guess that'd be the same thing as that turpentine Mom used to use. That crap hurt.
They use DMSO a bunch on horses.
So it's not really they use it as a liniment for the deep heating or something, but if it's a solvent, wouldn't it burn the skin? I don't know.
Not BA.
Good night, BA. Be careful.
Digger's posted something for WebMD here.
Yeah, I see that.
Let's see how bad it slows the iPad down. I'll see what it says here. But, I mean, the guys at work I used to work with and stuff, they claimed up and down. They swore up and down about the WD-40. So, I imagine WD-40 can't be the only thing that does do a little bit.
Well, you know what WD-40 is made out of, right?
No.
It's fish oil, dude.
Oh, is it really?
Yep. Fish oil and naphtha. That's it. The naphtha just suspends the fish oil and keeps it from clumping up. All the rest of the work's done by the fish oil.
Well, my iPad's too slow to load it.
Well, I can try it. Let me see. Well, if it's slow down. Well, I know it's going to block me up.
Speaking of fish oil, do you know that rats and dogs, while they chew on electrical wires, because the electrical wire insulation is often made with fish oil as a base. So as the wires get used and they get hot, the fish oil, the smell releases, and that attracts rats and dogs to chew on the wires.
I knew that the reason they chewed on the old stuff was because it was made with what do you call it? Corn oil and stuff like that back before they started using so much petroleum distillates. But they still chew on the petroleum, the new plastic, especially squirrels. Squirrels are a pain in the neck, man.
Swamp Sasquatch says DMSO is an oak tree extract, and Mark believes they might have changed the ingredients on WD-40.
Mark, I doubt very seriously. I mean, why fix it if it ain't broke?
Read the can.
I'll read the can again. Wherever. I got like 20 of them around here. That's something y'all need to consider putting in your bug out bag. Is one of those little tiny this size WD-40 cans. Stops rust. Excellent accelerant for fire starting. Apparently it softens your skin. You know, it doesn't weigh much, and it's got 101 uses.
If okay, David says it'll stay the same. I was going to say there's another company called, I think, DMS, and they do stuff like WD-40, and our company's actually switched over to buying their products, and everything we've had, it works just as good, if not better, as the name brand that it replaced. But yeah,
We used to use a thing called Mystic or whatever, Mystic Lube or something like that. And that stuff was expensive, but come out foaming gray or greenish. Spray that on a rusty bolt and walk away for 5 minutes and come back, and it would just spin right off. It was amazing. But it was like 10 times the cost of a can of WD-40. But we needed it because we were in an extremely high heat environment.
Well,
our equipment set up there in 300-degree heat a lot.
Going back to some of poor Georgia, he's saying he's got a disc injury. I don't know everybody's opinion. Some people are still getting used to this idea, but I'm a firm believer in chiropractors, and I'm actually trying to slowly convince my chiropractor, he's a guy about my age, and I know his family. We know of each other besides just being a chiropractor. But every time I go in, I'll kind of show him my new knife or kind of talk to him a little bit here and there. And if I could get a chiropractor and a PA or a doctor in a group, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, if you got a spinal injury, poor Georgia, you need a chiropractor or disc injury. Now, spinal injury, disc injury, yeah, spinal injury, I don't know.
A good chiropractor will get X-rays before they start messing with a disc or spinal, major or something like that. Now, if you just go in a little sore and you've been there several times and haven't been in a major wreck or fall, but
I've got 2 discs completely missing in my lower back, and chiropractor's an amazing individual. Now, whenever he's like doing that whole talking, calming voice deal, and then next thing you know, you hear the sound of a million carrots getting broke all at the same time, and you realize that you just twisted your spine. But instant of discomfort for 2 weeks of, oh man, this feels great. It was worth it.
Swamp Sasquatch. We used to keep moisture off items in the space program originally with WD-40, so I'm guessing will the Space Force now start using WD-40 as well?
Probably. It'll probably be standard issue stuff. They'll have like a little pouch that's just WD-40.
So the Space Force, you'll get a laser blaster and a can of WD-40.
Space blaster, WD-40. And you can use it for a grenade. Put it in the launcher.
El Stewart, have you done the cryotherapy? Wes, have you seen the cryotherapy?
No.
It's a new thing they got. They freeze your body, and it knocks all the inflammation down, calms and soothes the muscles down. Athletes said, it'd take them 2-3 days to recover after a big game like a football player, and they're saying in the cryo chamber, they're back up and at it the next day like nothing happened the day before.
Yeah, Mark Chase exactly. But what Chip say? There you go. Big lighter in can WD-40. Cairo, whatever y'all are talking about. Let's see. They put me in a chamber and they freeze me, and then they're going to let me out of the chamber. They better make sure that I'm not packing that day.
Well, your head's out of the chamber, I think.
I'm not there. No, you're not going to try to freeze me to death.
I'll do a Thames machine or the heat rock.
I've done the cold therapy before when the original injury took place. They did cold therapy on me. And the intense agony that I experienced when that cold got to where the inflammation was, when everything started contracting and pulling apart and stuff, that agony that it produced, I literally wanted my therapist dead. So yeah, I'm not gonna suggest that for anybody. It hurts.
I had to do some rehab for my shoulder. I had a injury a while back, and I would get into the physical therapist, and they'd start me off with a TENS unit and heat packs, and it would just relax everything, and then we do all the exercises, and then right as I left, they would just pile on cold packs on my shoulder, and it would get so cold it just started burning on you. So I feel your pain on that.
But it was insane. I was just like, this is going to be a little uncomfortable the first few times. They did it 8 times. It never got better. And
what's up, Norman?
I couldn't walk for 3 days after they did it. So, I think it's a load of crap. Maybe they're better at it now. Maybe they had enough guys like me that they practiced on that they figured out how to do it for the millionaire athletes.
That's right. I think last I heard, my brother-in-law, he's trying to get to where he can do some work with the either the Atlanta Falcons or the Atlanta Braves. He's a chiropractor up in Atlanta area, so he's trying to get hooked up with some professional sports teams there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I've done work for the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, Norm. I actually remodeled some buildings for one of the linebackers or something. Paid good.
Hey, Chipper, I got an email about that group, and I've been meaning to email them back, and I just haven't got around to it yet.
That's funny.
Normal, if you got a question for us, feel free to ask it.
Who's got a question? Question.
Yeah. I should have wrote down some questions. I had a couple of good ones pop in my head, and I didn't have my pen and paper next to me. Oh, Wes, did you catch my live stream right before Staff Sergeants?
I was watching when Staff Sergeants popped up, and that's where I got the title at for this one.
Well, I do want to try to put that out there, though. I'm trying to get – I actually started writing it down right there. I'm trying to get everybody a little schedule, and I want to kind of make a unofficial, official video about, kind of introduction to this community that we built. Because there's probably about 60, 70 people that are on top about everybody else's videos, you know what I mean?
Hey, Thomas, and just did you not get my reply? I may not have clicked send. I do that, man. I hate this stuff. It's horrible. People are like, hey, when are you going to talk to me? And I'm like, I go back and I open the email, and it's just saved in the drafts.
Yep.
Okay,
I do that with text messages all the time. Someone will text me. And
I have a microscopic keyboard and a mouse that annoys me. And I'm blind. Okay.
Oh, try to survive. That was a good one.
Damn me. It so needs to be a t-shirt.
I love one-liners like that. That's great.
What did you say?
Just exit now.
Oh,
Need to go send.
I will hit send after this is over with. Or something.
Yes, Miss Crystal Parker, I am a gigantic Georgia Bulldog fan.
And see,
go ahead.
In my defense on the college football, where I come up around here, I had to choose from suck team, or other suck team. So I just chose not to do college ball. I mean, I had to go with, oh, look, there's Texas Tech. Yay. I got your guns up. Get off that horse and quit mistreating it, you twink. But, yeah, I lived in the Tech ghetto for a while with all of the college players where they all crash and stuff. And no, I hate those people. No, I just didn't. I never got into college ball. But, yeah, it was either Texas Tech or, yeah, that was it. I could do the Longhorns or the orange people. I could give me an orange shirt, a red and black shirt, or what's the one up in Oklahoma?
The Sooners.
What's the name of that one? I'm just picking on them. But that was my choices. I don't get like cool team. What's my favorite SHTF toy? Toy?
Tool.
Tool. Oh, well, tool. Does it have to be one that actually makes sense, or can it just be the one that I really wish I could use the most after? My SHTF daydreams all involve me swinging a big old axe. But they're actually not that useful. The grill. Yeah, the grill.
I want to have to go my favorite SHTF tool. Probably going to be, oh man. Well, I'm in between my fixed blade and my machete. I know it's because I love knives. So I'm going to go with my fixed blade.
Well, see, it annoys misses, but I change them with my socks. I carry a different one every other day.
Yeah.
And the fixed blade, it's not an SHTF thing. If you're not walking around with a fixed blade knife or a big lock blade, or at least a little pocket knife, there's something wrong with you. I'm sorry, but you ain't normal.
Well, I can't carry a fixed blade or a pistol at work or anything like that, so I have to stay in gray man status a lot, pretty much.
Yeah. And I had a job where all I could carry was my pocket knife, and I understand that, but like when you get off work, you're a free human. unless you're a volunteer firefighter, and then like the fire department still owns you or something. I can't remember how that works.
Well, I'm one of them people. I get off work, I come home, and I usually don't leave too far from around the house until it's time to go to work. I don't spend a lot of time out and about in town. So, yeah, when I'm out in my yard doing stuff, I usually take one of my machetes out there with me.
Well, see, they actually rewrote the laws, the carry laws for knives in the state of Texas, and now there is no maximum length on an open carry fixed blade. I can literally strap a sword to my back and walk around with a sword now if I want to.
That is cool.
Yeah, actually.
I think the state of Georgia is, if it's over 5 inches, you have to have your carry permit, just like a firearm. So my carry permit my carry permit in the state of Georgia for a firearm will also permit me to carry a large fixed blade knife, except for in a situation of hunting or farming. There's some way around it. I think if you have a hunting license or if you're an actual farmer, you can get by with it as well.
Well, see, here it's people never give me a second glance. I've walked into the bank wearing this kukri machete, and nobody gives you a second glance. I mean, it's like seeing somebody walking around without a fixed blade attached to them where I'm at is actually just as hard to do as finding somebody with, a running Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh. No, there's everybody's packing some kind of knife on their pocket, their belt, somewhere. This is West Texas. You just might need to use a knife. We've had last week within the past 5 days, there's been 2 children within a few miles of my home hospitalized with rattlesnake bites.
Do what? Say that again.
Within a few miles of my home, there's been 2 children hospitalized with rattlesnake bites.
A rattlesnake
one
okay.
was 4 days ago, and one was 2 days ago.
Man.
It gets hot. They come out of the holes. They're like, oh, so they go crawl into the shade, and you got the one was a toddler got bit by a 1-foot rattlesnake that had crawled under one of those little push toys out in the yard to get some shade. And when the little kid got on it to take off, the snake nailed it. And then the other kid, basically same thing, was getting out there and moved a toy and got hit. So
I've seen more. I'm seeing more and more rat snakes around here. Thank goodness. I don't know exactly why or how or who, but thank goodness the rattlesnakes and the moccasins don't seem to be really showing off too much this year.
I'm missing something in the side, Teddy. I gotta catch up.
If I put one rooster with just one hen, will he breed her, or do I need more hens with him?
He will run her to death. She won't have any wing feathers, neck feathers, or I don't think she'll continue laying for long.
Well, Chipper, if you're a nude model, you pretty much only have one place to conceal a weapon. Where? I'm having a moment right now, everybody. Y'all let me have my moment.
Uh-oh. He's gonna do something. He's getting out tinder. He's gonna burn the knife down. Oh, still. That's. I still need to do that. Kitchen. Will caught it, skinned it. Now I gotta cook it. That snake that Mrs. over here found when she was trying to collect eggs. That's a 4-footer. Was it actually 4 foot? I can't remember. We measured it. Maybe it was just shy of 4 foot again.
Well, Wes, if you want a heated debate, bring up the question I brought up last Sunday night.
What's that? Because I have memory issues. I'm doing
hatchet versus saw versus.
Oh, hatchet versus saw versus. And you know what? I tried to stay calm and all that. And I did really well. But one thing I've learned, because I diversify my relationships. I even hang out with Canadians. And you know, it all depends on where you're at. Chris from the Wooded Beardsman, he was like, yeah, a saw down here would be like a waste of time.
Yeah.
All right, Tron, good night. And but
good night, Tron.
You know, he could see where an axe or a machete would be a beautiful tool. But he said, axe or a machete up there, you'd work yourself to death. He said, all our firewood, softwood, the saw goes through it in no time. He said, about all you need an axe or a hatchet to limb stuff, and that's about it. I still disagree. I think for limbing most everything, you can get away with a machete. Thank you.
Well, I hate giving away videos early, but my video comes out Monday, and just did a quick overview of my bug out bag, because I've done most of the smaller kits inside the bug out bag already. But I got the cold steel kukri in there. I got my fixed blade on the outside of the bag and my folding saw, and I did not add the hatchet because I got to find a more efficient hatchet to go in there. The hatchet I have now just wouldn't be good enough.
Something that BA brought up when he was talking about man, I can't remember the name of the video. It was one of his live streams. It might have been one of the ones on Patreon. He was talking about the different brands of knives or whatever, and how there were some that he didn't have any use for anymore. And you know, it hurt when he said the word trade, but I have to give him that he's right. There's a lot of the Schrade knives that I won't buy anymore but they're made in China and you don't know what you're getting. But if you can find them at resale shops, or you can find somebody selling one of the older ones or whatever, Schrade makes a really good camping axe. That's it's kind of amazing. Their new stainless steel stuff they're making, man, it's all crap. And I've got to give him that. I mean, I grew up on Uncle Henry and Old Timer. Those were the go-tos, but they're not what they were anymore.
No, Uncle Henry and Old Timer. Well, I think they're owned by Schrade, aren't they?
They are Schrade.
They're all owned by Schrade.
Yeah. Yep, and Schrade's owned by All American Knife Company, which is owned by a Chinese corporation.
Ah. Now, Smith & Wesson just bought a knife company, I think.
Later on.
Not normal.
Now, something that's been impressing me of late are some of these Ozark Trail blades. The Walmart knives, the Ozark Trail things. I was like, wait a minute, this is a halfway decent knife.
I've been considering getting one just to see if it holds up.
Here I go, I'm walking away. I'll be right back. Continue.
I've actually been considering getting a Ozark Trail knife and seeing if it does hold up or not. We're talking about Schrade. This is a very old Schrade. This is a lightweight, ultralight camping pocket knife. This was the first knife I ever bought myself for outdoor camping, hiking, prepping, everything. And it has held up after all these years. And talking about super light, super sharp. But what's really neat about it, you see right there, it's supposed to be a serrated edge. That's how long I've had it, and that's how much I've sharpened that knife.
Mark takes folding saw versus fixed saw. Depends on what you're going to do with it. I have a saw in my bag, but it's just a blade. That's all I carry is the bow saw blade. I'm not packing a handle around when I can use 3 sticks in a shoelace. I caught 2 8-penny nails and a saw blade. I've got 2 8-penny nails taped to a saw blade, and that's all I need.
Diggers, which Ozark Trail blades do you have? Because my dad actually got for Christmas the Ozark Trail Bowie knife, and I looked it over. It looks okay, but I didn't do anything to it really.
This little Ozark Trail knife was a gift, but this thing got put through the ringers in San Antonio. Somebody lost his knife and kept wanting to borrow one. So I was walking around with 2 knives on me, and I gave it this one. This is the one that he actually opened that gar with, and trust me, that's abuse when you're getting into a gar. So, you know, it was still, you could still cut with it after he got through cutting through the gar's armor. And he was not gentle when he was doing it. So,
Dick says he's got the lock blade and the multi-tool. Now, Wes, let me ask you a question. Because of the price of it, how does the Ozark Trail fixed blade that you just showed compare to a more $10 knife?
see, I don't have any Mora blades. I don't know. I do have a hollow ground knife that Sergeant Smith gave me that I wish I had laying right here. And that's the first hollow ground knife I've ever, and it's a Mora style blade, but it's not an inexpensive blade. And I love that thing. It's absolutely, I mean, it takes some, it's different when you're whittling or carving or cutting or whatever. You got to be careful with it because it operates differently. But the only thing I don't know about the Ozark Trails is if the blades will break. I stopped buying the inexpensive Winchester knives because the tips kept getting broke off.
Gotcha.
No, what do you think?
What's the particle acceleration equation?
Well, see, with a Moore knife, I did a little bit of batoning with it. And then after I batoned, I was able to go right into feather sticking. And when I brought it back inside, when we were sharpening it sharpened up pretty easy. So I just didn't know if the Ozark Trail would stay at that level.
Well, this thing for 2 days, it cut wood skin gar, split sticks, got shoved in the dirt once or twice, and I never sharpened it until I tried to skin a porcupine with it when I got home. And it was doing the job of skinning. It was just not doing the job the way I'm accustomed to. I don't know if y'all have noticed on my videos, but I keep my knife so sharp that I'm a danger to myself. And it just annoys me when I drag the knife across something and it doesn't start to bleed. So I get yelled at for that. So I'll go in the kitchen and try to use a knife and it'll be like super dull. So I'll sharpen it and then put it up, and then somebody starts screaming about where's the Band-Aids and stuff like that. So, yeah. Honestly, if I was going to tell people to go buy one knife, is if you can only buy one knife for the apocalypse and only carry one knife with you the rest of your days, I would tell them to go get an old hickory 7-inch butcher knife. That would be it. And that's not no BS, no nothing. The old hickory carbon steel butcher knife. That's it. That's the one. They hold an edge. They sharpen easy. They can take a beating. I mean, they aimed at the frontier.
I think if I could have one edged item, for bug out, grid down, whatever it is, I think this is what I go with right here. My land key bayonet.
Yeah, I like those. I want a K-bar. Just I've got a history with K-bars. I don't keep them in my house. So,
yeah, I've been looking at getting a K-bar fighting knife as well, but I gotta quit buying knives. I got other stuff. I need to start buying. My next big thing I want to start stocking up on is getting a stable water setup in case it's a bug in, situation. Because really, if the grid goes down, I'm staying at my house. Because I live in such a remote area as it is. I think it's more dangerous for me to leave than it is for me to try to get to a bug out location. It's safer for me to just stay here. Let the populations control themselves a little bit.
yeah, see, that's my only problem with my current location is the proximity to an artery. If he'd ever come back on and do any more videos, Prepper Madness, L. I don't have time to do it. I love making knives. Taking fire and steel and force and taking a chunk of junk and turning it into something. It's no better, man. I swing a daggum hammer all day long. Mike Gilbert. Hey, Mike. But Prepper Madness, when he was doing the videos and stuff, he answered some questions. I was having problems with my knives breaking when I'd harden them, and then before I could get them into the temper process, I was getting hairline cracks in. And he got me through that. And he makes totally awesome looking stuff. I don't know. He doesn't have any new videos up right now, but if you go in and look at some of the old stuff he made, I mean, it's like the stuff he makes is straight, what do you call it? I don't know. It's cool. You can see the hammer marks in the knife when he's done with it, or the axe, machete, whatever it is he's making. It just adds authenticity.
Well, I got a blacksmith friend of mine. He's supposed to be helping me get this quenched sometime.
Oh, that ought to poke a pig.
Yeah. Well, this right here, I hope, will turn into my do-everything chopper. Hey, this thing's thick, heavy, big, bulky. But if it tempers up right and I can get the right handle on it, I think I want to have something here.
What'd you make that out of, bud?
I couldn't tell you what kind of steel it is. All I know is it's a hardenable steel. I had a welder friend of mine. I was talking to him about it, and he said, "Hey, yeah, I got some left over from a project here," and he just handed it to me. So
That's
all I know is it's a hardenable steel. It's not stainless, and that's all I really know about it. So I spent some time with an angle grinder and a grinding wheel, and got it all shaped out. I did everything by hand and everything by eyeball, and I just about got everything centered up best I can.
You see, that's the I don't have any fancy knife making grinders or anything like that. I literally do my polishing with a regular hand belt sander that I clamp into a little vise. I do, I got a big 9-inch grinder, a 4-inch grinder. I have a piece of railroad iron I use for an anvil. My, what do you call it? Forge is a Freon can with the ends cut out of it and some asbestos shingles laying in the bottom. I have all my stuff jury rigged like crazy.
Hey, as long as it works.
That's the whole. I started doing stuff like this. The whole idea was to figure out if I could do this stuff if the grid went down, not if I could buy the stuff to do it now, and then hope I'd be able to keep the stuff running after it. I started trying to learn how to do this stuff with the bare minimum, and because chances are you're going to be able to come up with a generator and a little bit of fuel, so you would be able to run your 110 power tools. But you're not going to want to run a 110 power tool that you're going to have to spend hours with. You're going to want to run something where you can turn it on, get it done, and turn it off. Because the whole time that little air-cooled motor sitting there going, brrr, everybody and their dog knows right where you're at.
Yep.
And they know you've got gasoline and electricity and tools. And if you've got enough time and energy to run gasoline and tools, you've got food. If you've got food and they're hungry, you're a target.
Yep.
We own a sun oven. It is the best investment. I'm sorry. The sun oven is one of the best investments you can make.
I've been looking. You talking about the just real huge, looks like a bunch of mirrors?
Yes.
Yeah.
The thing, that's the sun oven itself is bulky, but not insanely heavy. I mean, you're not going to throw it on your back and run off with it, but this thing, you can put a meal for 4 in this sun oven. Set it and let the sun do the work, and no smell escapes. There's no smoke. There's no smell of cooking food until you open that lid and call it done and eat. Nobody's the wiser that you're doing something. Granted, it is highly visible from above, but in a grid down situation, in theory, there's not any airplanes anyway.
Right.
The one we paid what, $320 for that kit we got, something like that. And we got all the black pots and pans, and we got the dehydrating racks. You can make jerky in this thing. You can dehydrate your meat. Game, whatever. You can. The son of it is like you can make biscuits in there. We made biscuits in it. We've cooked rabbit. We've cooked chicken. We cooked stew. Cooked pot roast. Baked potatoes. You got to go every 30 or 40 minutes and move it a little bit. That's all you got to do. Just keep it aimed at the sun. And it will brown the biscuits. They're not just all white and doughy and cooked. They're brown, but they're actually pretty good.
Well, I will definitely go back to reconsidering getting one of them.
And you don't have to buy the kit that has all the already pots and pans and stuff in it. You can go. It's just we went ahead and did it because they've all got the I don't know that black ceramic on them or whatever. So the heat, so they add to the stuff. As long as you buy the black metalware and stuff from Wally World or Better Homes and Gardens or wherever you want to shop, you'll be fine. I mean, don't go putting polished stainless steel stuff in there because it's going to reflect the light back out, and you don't want that.
Okay.
And it comes with a online cookbook, which we never use. It works. It works on an overcast day. We tried it just to see what would happen. It took longer to cook it, and I'm not talking, dark, dreary, heavy clouds, but you couldn't see the sun, but it still it got up to right at 200 degrees.
Man.
Which will slow cook just about anything you want.
Yeah, you can do your rack of ribs at that perfect temperature.
I mean, you had to stay on it. It took a long time. It took a while to get it up there, and you had to keep it aimed right at the. And it's weird. You can't really tell that the sun's coming through until you put the sun oven down. But that little deal that's got the bullseye on it will make just enough of a bright spot where you can see where the sun is, just like the Vikings used to do with the little rock where they could find the sun. And you can keep it aimed at the sun as long as you got to move it more often and keep it aimed at the sun. But it'll work on an overcast day. The light wispy clouds or whatever, when they got really serious about the chemtrails, it don't slow it down a bit. You got to actually be careful about aiming it straight at the sun on the bright sunny days here, or it gets like 450 degrees and it's stupid cooker, man. It gets hot in there. Crazy. Uh-oh. That's disappeared.
Oh, hang on. My camera got turned off. Got to plug the phone in.
Oh, we're missing stuff in the side chat. I got to start talking about whatever Mrs. is over here covering everybody's honey. What's your?
Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, Sergeant Smith is back. Hey, Sergeant Smith.
James Bond, why Nashville? Yeah, what questions have we missed? I've been playing with knives. Well, the clean desk didn't last very long, did it, guys?
I'm not showing anybody my desk ever. I don't even want to look at my desk.
That's a good shirt, L. Stewart.
Yeah.
Dash, Bug Brother took a peek at you. I don't understand that. I'm sorry, KK. Bug Brother took a peek at you?
Big Brother, I think, maybe.
Big Brother took a peek at you. Okay. Got Big Brother spying in on me? Probably so.
Wild edibles, what's your take? Don't eat it if you don't know what it is. And if you're going to try to eat it in SHTF, eat it now.
Yep.
I know for a fact I can eat railroad weeds because I eat them. I know that I can eat yucca flowers because I eat them. I know that I can eat hackberry because I eat them. Don't, just because they're edible doesn't mean you're going to be able to eat them. Yucca stem is disgusting. But if you learn to eat it, you can deal with it.
I don't know what's going on here. I got my phone on charge. I don't know if am I still live?
You're still live.
Okay.
Your camera keeps winking out. They can still hear you, man. You can go ahead and sharpen your knives and stuff. Well, there you're back. Or we'll see a bulldog flag in you. Hold on, guys. I got to mute my mic.
Shut the door, Leah.
I don't know if the camera's on or not right now. So, anyways, I'm having technical issues. I think I might have to get off of here. I think my phone's actually overheating is what the issue is. Yeah, my phone is hot to the touch. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, I think Wes is having a crying baby issue.
No, if my microphone picks up what they're playing on the TV in there, that will be my second strike.
Okay. I got you.
They got me already. That's where I got I have a strike on my channel right now.
What's crazy?
Yeah.
See, I had 4 or 5 videos on my channel from like 2005 before I started making videos. The stuff I posted for my friends to watch, and nothing was ever said or done about it. I started coming out with a couple of videos and trying to build my channel up. Next thing you know, I'm getting flagged on all my old videos for copyright infringement.
Yeah, I mean, my other strike was they were watching a movie in there, and you could barely hear anything, but every once in a while you would catch some of the music or whatever in a word, and that's all it took. And that was after I got over. I think that's when I busted 400. I guess I got somebody's attention or something. But it's ludicrous, the rule. And I understand because there's so many people out there that abuse it or whatever. I mean, we can't, we can be upset with YouTube because it's American, and we can, but we got to realize that there's a lot of Americans out there that take advantage of America too. Now, it's not just the undocumented immigrants, but yet some of those who are natural born citizens who feel that it is their God-given right to abuse the privileges offered them by being alive. I was trying to sound all fancy and stuff. People cheat the system, and it bites everybody else in the butt.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. See, but I don't understand because you look at some of the channels, like I watch a bunch of like movie reviews and like stuff like that. They're using clips from the movies to talk about the movies, and the entire channel is nothing but movie clips and talk about the movies. So how do they still function?
They have a disclaimer at the bottom, and they're abusing a loophole in the Creative Commons laws and stuff. They're saying, okay, I don't own this. We're just discussing this, and we're using their property as a way to bring the topic to view, and so we can discuss it. If you notice, those guys are never really talking about what the movie is about or what the show is about. just about what it could be about and what might be being said. Those are the guys that are some of the guys that are abusing the loophole. And all it does is, those kind of copyright rules and stuff were invented by lawyers.
Gotcha.
And they make lawyers a lot of money.
One of you guys make a video on making soap. I actually had a guy teach me how to make soap years ago from animal fat. It was a very nasty smelling, very disgusting, long, tedious process.
Okay, and hold on, let me what they ask about the yucca bud?
Oh, they were talking about, one of them said making soap, and so I told them they need to do a video on.
All you have to do to make soap out of the yucca I have here is take it out of the ground, cut it off, and peel it. That's it. You can eat the root here, but it's soapy tasting. You can ferment it first. It makes a really good beer.
And Mark Chase says it's called fair use of copyrighted materials.
Yes.
Okay. It's fair to use it to talk about it, but not the
Yeah, and you got to do all.
Georgia.
You go to the description of these videos, and they're 10 miles long.
Yeah. Well, I've been trying to get through some of the YouTube stuff because I'm trying to figure out what I can and can't talk about. I'm scared to death to talk about pow-pows on here, or pew-pews.
Yeah. Well, that video I put up with the where I cut my finger on the leprosy animal.
Yeah.
I put that little. It took me forever to get it shaved down to. I mean, it's like right at the limit of soundbite I'm allowed to use. And I'm gonna check and see if I got a hit on it. And if I do, I'll re-edit it and repost it or whatever with the sound off. But I mean, that's all it takes. I've got 10 videos that are no longer my property. They've been made the property of the people whose music is being played in the background. So, it's weird. Now I can go in and take them down and put that 16-mile long thing on it and say, this music doesn't belong to me. I'm just doing it as a tribute to the original artist, blah, blah, blah. And the next thing you know, it's okay.
Right. Well, Mr. West, I'm about to have to call him tonight because I got Sunday school coming up in the morning as well.
Yeah, River and Bob, before we jump off it, River Ben's right. Bob Hensler does have some good, and he's got the good yucca too. The stuff we got around here I actually call Spanish Dagger. It's a different, yucca does not mean yucca, okay? There are a whole bunch of different kinds of yucca out there, just so y'all will know. But anyhow, Dash, are you gonna have to bail or what?
Yeah, I'm about to head out. I gotta get ready for bed, and because I got security duty at the church the whole month of July, so I got to be there to unlock the church and be ready to let everybody in and make sure everybody gets out.
All right, brother. Well, appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
No problem, man. I'll stop by anytime I can. Just let me know ahead of time, and we'll do it again.
I think the next time we'll actually get us a topic going or whatever, and we'll jump in and we'll roll with it. This I just wanted to. Seems like we couldn't get this done. I always wanted to make it happen tonight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just if we ever do that, if we do it again, just try to email me the topics. The day before or something.
Yeah.
That way we kind of look at it from two different angles and see what information we come up with.
That'll work.
All right, brother. We all have a good night, and everybody out there watching, thank y'all for listening to me tonight.
All right. Stay safe, Alan. Okay. How long have we been in here? Anybody know? Says I got 17 views. Wow. Anyhow, on the yucca, let me finish all that thought. But no, the Bob Hanser is where I was getting to. Y'all need to keep lifting him up in your prayers. His medical issues are not handled. He has a surgery coming up the 9th of August. I hope he's okay with me putting that out there. But it has the potential to greatly increase his quality of life. So we need to pray for it. Who's parted your face off, Al? Oh. I guess I can go out there and I'll do a yucca soap video. I'm actually, hey, River Bend, I'm making me some arrows. Well, I'm supposed to. Oh, I wish I had a lawn to mow. I have dirt. Dirt with little tiny roots sticking up out of it because the winds blowed everything else away. Sergeant Smith's hitting on you again. The yucca stems that we have here be from 3/8 to 3/4 of an inch, and anywhere from 3 foot. The longest one I've collected was over 6 foot. My intent for it was I was going to straighten it and make an addle out of it, or a dart, addle dart. Time to give up on it, but you just got to get them, soak them while they're wet. You can do the fire thing and straighten them out. You never get them perfectly straight, but you can make a pretty decent arrow out of them. You can't make they're not the best arrow material, but they're handy. They're fast, cheap, and easy. Hey, I know that dash out guy. Just couldn't stay away. It's the chat. But yucca is like one of the, if you've got yucca close to you, you need to learn all the possible stuff for it. I mean, it makes rope that's just as strong as hemp rope. Oh. You can get the acid too high in homemade soap. Just saying, you got to be careful with that stuff. Like I said, we don't have to worry it around here. I mean, our soap grows in the ground. Just FYI, if you are making cordage out of the yucca stem, if it's going to be long term, I suggest if you can, if you have the ability to rinse it, get some of that soap out of it, because the soap's actually an acid. Yeah, that stuff over there has got the giganimous fiber running right through the middle of the leaf. Yep. Elm bark, but it's not real strong. Cedar bark, but again, not real strong. We have a grass here. I can't remember what it's called. It's one of the foxtails. But dude, that stuff's insane. You know, you can do 4 or 5 grass stalks in each side and do the reverse twist. You wind up with 1/4-inch rope that you can tie a lot of stuff with. But it's a big, bulky rope. And don't be scared of making soap. I make soap all the time. I go to Walmart and get the ingredients. I'm lying. I just go buy soap. You know, you can make an emergency candle out of a bar of soap, right? Depending on the soap. Yep, nettle does. We don't have any of the nettle around here. Well, actually, that's a lie. We have a kind of like a nettle. The what do you call it? No. Okay, Dash, we will. Yeah, I've been praying on your promotion. That way I can hold $1 or something. The downside to natural cordage is I mean, it does have its limitations, but making it is something. If you wind up in a survival situation and you don't have cordage and you have to make the cordage, if you've never made the cordage before or even made a lot of the cordage before, then you're going to be in a bind because it takes practice. It's a skill. Say hi. That's Tajo.
Hi.
You can't just do it. You can't just do the reverse twist and make it work out every time and have this perfect string. All this stuff, it all boils down to, you know, getting up and making it happen on a regular basis until you're comfortable enough with it to where you can do it whenever you need to, as opposed to having to try to learn it when you have to. Yes, I keep tarred bank line everywhere. That's we use that stuff for paperweights around the house. I want to be able to grab it and run. Okay, if anybody needs cordage, go to Crystal's house. She just told everybody she got lots. None of y'all's business that I used to do needlepoint. I find that stuff very relaxing. Used to quilt by hand too. Found that very relaxing.
Dash, I said, okay, really gone this time.
All right, Dash. Good night. The crochet was a pain in the neck, honestly. I tried it, but having to do all counting all them stitches, 1, 2, 20,000, whatever, it was annoying. And then after you do the 20,000 stitches this way, then you got to go back and you're trying to make it round, so you got to go 19,998. You know, longbow or recurve primitive bows, whichever one you feel comfortable with.
I like river bends. I do it.
I like MREs also, river bend.
When you're trying to lie, just sit. Where are you?
Come here, buddy.
Your brother's sick, Christian. Sorry. It's a family thing. Yeah, that's something else. That whole women's work and men's work thing. Y'all need to throw that crap out the window. Y'all really think that all that bead work the Indians did was done by the women of the tribe? Y'all think that the woman was the one that invented the broom? Sneaky feeling, the old caveman out there kicking around got tired of having to pick all them little pieces up, and he said, you know what? If I tie this bush to the end of this stick, I can knock all that stuff out the front of the cage. Boom. Boom. And the cave woman was over there like, I like that. She stole his broom. Pretty sure that's what happened.
Why do you have the YouTube channel?
You're What are you sneaking up behind me for, boy?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What?
Did y'all get through watching your movie?
No.
Nope.
Well, we watched one movie and we're watching another one right now.
This guy here has forgotten almost everything I taught him about eating bushes. You remember eating what? Remember when you were a little 4-year-old when you used to walk around and I just tell you to eat that weed? Maybe I used him for a guinea pig. I can confess now because you don't remember.
Hi.
I'm gonna reteach you all that stuff, and you're gonna remember it this time, all right?
Okay. Hi.
And this is his little sister. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you. What are we doing?
Nothing?
Nothing.
No. I was just gonna watch the movie.
I thought you just watched the movie.
No, it's not over.
It's not over?
I want to watch it.
Oh, well, I think they're taking a break. I think they're getting some snacks. What are you doing, my pig?
Pig?
Yeah, it's a pig.
But it belongs on money.
You found that out in the pasture? There should be two of them. I don't know the other one. No, I found mine. I found it out in the pasture. You can play with it. Don't drop it. Go to break.
But what are you looking for?
Nope.
Why did you get there?
I just found it, baby. One of the times I was hiking, I picked it up. People throw the strangest things away.
Well, where are those holes?
That's actually a salt shaker.
Well, what happened to this?
Okay. You put the salt in here, and then there was a little cork that went in there. And then you turned it over, and you could set it on the table. And then somebody needed to put salt on their stuff, they could pick up the pig, and they could go, and the salt would come out the salt.
But why? I just know. Nothing.
Baby, that didn't last out in the pasture. This was laying out in the dirt. When I found it, there was that much of it sticking up. And then I looked over there, and there was that much of the other one sticking up.
Like that?
Yeah.
And where's the other pig?
I answered that.
Pop. Hello.
Okay, if y'all will let me finish what I'm doing, I'll get up and hang out with y'all.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Love you more.
Is that I can play with this?
Yes, you can play with it, but just try not to break it, okay? I dig around in the dirt and look for stuff that... My favorite thing to do is find an old dump ground and see what somebody else threw away. I actually know where one is that had... I didn't have any way to haul the stuff out, but there was a set of forged post hole diggers. And, one side was broken, and I guess they just pitched it. And now different person owns it, and there's no trespassing. Don't knock anything down with those.
What?
Nunchucks. He's practicing with nunchucks. What are we doing?
I don't think it's silly. Okay, I got.
I'm making something. Yeah, I was flipping. I'm the whitest Indian I know. Go to ancestry.com and you find out that you're the descendant of slaves and Native Americans. And it doesn't count because you got blonde hair. Right.
What?
What?
I
Oh, hey, that quantum question somebody asked earlier, the answer is 22. Oh, somebody asked what would happen if you did something or other to a flux capacitor or something. The answer is always 22. Don't go to 23. Don't ever go to 23.
Fine.
Because 23 is a broke number. I watched a movie about it.
Good to know.
There you go. 22's got to be the answer. 22 divided by 2 is 11. 11. If you take the two digits of 11, 1 and 1, and add them together is 2. Then you have your 2 and your 2 back. Completely different stuff.
What?
You can do that modern math junk. I watched you sitting there slam through that stuff, which makes absolutely no sense to me at all, and you couldn't follow that joke. Have y'all seen what they're teaching our kids to do in elementary now? First, you break down. If it's possible that these two numbers might add together, and you can take these other two numbers and they might add together, and they have the same parents as the other number, then potentially the answer of 2 plus 2 could be 4. Isn't that basically how it works?
They don't put it like that.
I mean, it don't make any sense.
I learned foil in 5th grade.
I mean, what is 4 divided by 2? It's 2, but you got to go through this whole shebang to figure it out.
Yes, you have to show your work.
Oh, 2. That's much more work. I write down 2. It's crazy. I think that whoever invented the new math works for a paper company.
He's very good at math. And every problem I've been handed, I solve. Oh. See? 1 drugs. One, 2, 3, 5, 8, 1, 3, 54, 55. What are all those numbers for?
I don't know. No, we did the. Yes. They're just joking. Do not apply any of this to your brain. You may go away and not read the chat anymore. Do not apply anything these people are saying to your brain.
Why?
Because they're not being serious.
Well, I know that. I won't take any of it serious.
Okay, but just don't take any of it serious and quit reading aloud in my ear. It's annoying.
Got it.
Oh. I don't know nothing about race. Man, my strongest point is the whole 22 thing in math. That's it. I say we like I did part of it or something. Mrs. and such chased the whatever the heritage all the way back to as far as she could go. And I have tank. Boils down to is my father was 9/16, however you do the math on it. 9/16 Cherokee.
9/16.
My mother's mother was like 90% Cherokee, and my mother's father was full-blooded Choctaw. And the name, my last name, comes from a slave trader manifest. And we arrived, or my name arrived in the country in a period of right around 1768 to 69, I believe. Chased it back to 68. And we got our walking papers in 1776. Because you could sign up for the army, basically. You know, if a slave stepped forward and said, I'll sign up for George Washington's army, then they were free. So we did, and then we all headed south to the Alabama-Georgia line, and that's where we took the route. But we mingled with the Cherokee back before the Tears, and some of us wound up in Oklahoma. And that's my family history. I'm a wind hater. Yes, River Bend, I will take one. Take a dark one, cold and frothy. No. We were Alabama, Georgia line. My last name is literally plastered all over the place up there.
Who wants to get under arrest?
Nobody.
To get under arrest?
Yeah.
I don't want under arrest.
You do.
Ha ha ha.
You want under arrest?
I do not want under arrest.
Okay.
I poked you a bunch of little times with this. You won't die, but you will bleed a lot.
And then I'll die after I bleed a lot.
No, we'll take you to the doctor and he'll sew you up. And you'll just have all these really cool scars.
I'm trying to make it look natural. You're not.
Smoking up is spinning.
Swamp Squatch was though. Not that Swamp Squatch and Smolo are the same person, but Swamp Squatch was in here, and if Smolo's in here now, then it's cool.
I need you to be still, not move your feet. When you do that, you will just walk up forever.
Kirsten, Sergeant Smith said hi.
Papa, you want under arrest?
No, I do not want under arrest. You're not cuffing me. Thank you, though.
Sergeant Smith will behave.
Okay. I'd have to go through all the chasing the tribe down and stuff, and then the next thing I know, I'd probably be a member of one of those tribes over in Oklahoma that's milking everybody's life savings. And then I'd feel bad about it. I got my choice. I can boil my Baptist blood or chill my Indian blood. Hi, Sergeant Smith.
Yep.
No. The one's under arrest. I need to be put pillow.
What are we talking about?
That's just nothing in particular. I'm finna get off here. It's been close to 2 hours.
I have my glasses on. I can't see that.
How's it me?
I can't even really see myself.
Well, this person just said, gosh, who is that? Exclamation point.
I missed it. I know it was you, Leah. I felt you.
And this guy said,
What?
egg.
No, I
I don't know who that is. I can't see.
Oh, that Sergeant Smith said hi.
What's
Darling.
up, dude?
Darling.
That this is gonna get that.
Coffee. Oh, no.
What are you on?
It's Hangout. It's Dash Out was in here with me. That's one of the. I was having all kinds of trouble with the internet, but it's over now. That Hangouts takes a lot of bandwidth.
Gotcha. I like how my coloring is like still in the background.
You put it up.
I just put it there and left it there.
He said sorry he couldn't type in bigger letters.
Okay.
If I get like right here, I can see it. So, but that's like all up in y'all's face. So, all
Comanche.
right, I'm gonna go finish making food for things.
Never chat you.
Like he did that show. That was the first time he did it.
That's the first time I've done it. I've been trying to make it work for 4 weeks. Well, no, for 6 weeks. Do I have your email account? I have to have an email account to send the link.
Donna said you're pretty.
Yeah, she looks like her dad. Actually, she looks like her mama, but she got her dad's hair. Oh. That's funny. Anyway. This has become a total waste of our time. I don't know if y'all noticed that. I'm getting exhausted. I actually had to get up out of bed early this morning. I'm growing this. I'm going to have this all in a ponytail by next summer. I am
Yeah, I gotta go, mate.
growing my hair back. Who's got it? All right, Riverbend. Dude, I'm fixing to try a cedar bowl. Wish me luck. I never tried cedar before.
And you notice when I was sucking it in and down, it's up in my nose.
Good luck, people.
Ridgemont High? No, sir, I did not. He said that's why I might have to do some checking on that, but I think on the cedar you've got to oil it. I'm gonna try to use all natural oil stuff, aka lard or tallow. Now we're gonna find out, Half Tank. I mean, it won't be the first bow I broke. But see, there's different kinds of cedar.
Ew. I wouldn't eat black pudding, and I don't want anything that's called clotted or curds. No.
Yeah, we worry about the stuff we're gonna have to eat over here, and they're used to eating stuff like that all the time, I guess. I always get on here intending to stay on here 45 minutes or an hour. I think one time I've managed to get off of here under an hour. One time. But I am going to bounce because my grandkids are like all up in my grill. Which is understandable. Didn't know that they were staying the night again. I thought they were going home, so I scheduled the live thing. And they've been hiding in the other room, watching a movie about a chihuahua. Just in case y'all are wondering, whenever I do videos on making a bow or making a spear or making a knife or making a sword or making an axe, it's less of a how-to and more of a let's see if I can pull this off. The whole thing is, if I mess it up, I'm going to show you. I mean, go back and watch my cookery video. I had the stinking thing made and then I broke it. I had it made. All I had to do is put it in the oven and cook it. And I just pitched it over on the table like a dummy and snapped it. This is me taking y'all along for the ride of me learning what I'm doing. Now, taking a backpack out in the bushes and making a vacation of it, I can do that. That's pretty easy. But making the stuff I need to put in the backpack, that's what I'm trying to learn how to do. Sergeant Smith, I don't even, you can ask my son. I don't text anybody.
Text.
I'll text you. I did text you back. Did you text me while I was already talking? Anyway, good night, everybody.
Good night, people.
Get off here and be like a good granddaddy or whatever. I will probably do a church thing tomorrow, late afternoon, early evening, if anybody's interested. Be advised that chances of me following the chat are going to be slim to none. Because if I get started, I'll do the whole thing where I just stare at the camera and talk to y'all a lot, and then I'll have to catch up. But that we'll have a topic about. And friendly reminder, need mailing addresses. So, hey Smith, you see this? How's that for patriotic, buddy? Anyway, good night, y'all. God bless. Don't stay alive. Don't die. Hey, Guns didn't pop in here. Must be working. Oh, Guns didn't pop in. Oh, he's not getting notifications here. God bless you. I got to do this twice. See y'all next podcast. Just remember, spread the word. This is the after show, not that other thing.